Hello students, welcome to the class. I hope you all are safe and sound at home. As in the previous class, we have started chapter 9, the forest and wildlife. We read about forest in India, then different types of forest. We read about evergreen forest, deciduous forest, mountain forest. In today's class, we will discuss about thorn forest, tidal forest, wildlife in India, conservation of forest and wildlife. Thorn forest are also called shrub forest. They grow in areas receiving rainfall less than 75 centimeter. Thorn forests are called shrub forest. They are also known as shrub forest and they grow in areas which receive rainfall less than 75 centimeter. They are found in northwest India covering parts of Rajasthan, Punjab, Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Haryana, etc. Thorn forests are found in northwest India and covering parts of Rajasthan, Punjab, Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh and Haryana. Kikar, babul, acacia and grass are found in these forests. Kikar, babul, acacia and grass are found in thorn forest. The trees and shrubs found in these forests have long roots, thick barks, sharp thorns and small leaves. The trees and shrubs found in thorn forest, they have long roots, thick barks, sharp thorns and small leaves. They can survive without water for long period. And these trees and shrubs can survive without water for long periods. And trees in the thorn forest have more thorns and spines and less leaves. Thorns and spines save loss of water from the leaves. And thorn forest found in scanty rainfall, where the rainfall is in less amount and the trees and shrubs can survive without water for long periods. Here you can see the picture is given of thorn forest, and these thorn forests can survive without water for longer time. Now tidal forest. Tidal forests are also called mangrove forest. Mangrove forest is a group of trees and shrubs that live in coastal intertidal zone. They are found along the edges of deltas of rivers. These tidal forests are found along the edges of deltas. Delta is a flat land, sometimes shaped approximately like a triangle, where a river divides into several rivers before flowing into the sea. Such forests are flooded by sea water during high tide. And these forests are flooded by sea water during high tide. The tidal forests protect the soil on the coast from getting eroded. And from getting eroded, the tidal forests protect the soil. So the soil would not get eroded. Some of these forests are dense. They grow close together. In India, these forests are found in the deltas of river Ganga, Brahmaputra, Godavari, Mahanadi, etc. Sundarban along the Ganga-Brahmaputra delta is the largest tidal forest in the world. The largest tidal forest in the world is Sundarban along the Ganga-Brahmaputra delta. The name Sundarban comes from Sundari trees found in this area. The name Sundarban comes from a tree named Sundari. It is found in this area, and the wood of the Sundari tree is used for making boat. For making boat, the wood of Sundari tree is used. The trees of these forests have breathing roots. The trees of these forests have the breathing roots, and they grow in the areas where insufficient air in the soil. Wildlife in India. India has a rich diversity of wildlife. India has a rich variety of wildlife. Leopards, lions, Asiatic elephant, the Bengal tiger and Siberian crane, a large variety of fishes and reptiles are commonly found in India. So a large variety of fishes and reptiles are commonly found in India, and leopards, lion, Asiatic elephant, the Bengal tiger and Siberian crane, these are commonly found in India. Elephant, deer, panther, the one-horned rhinoceros, snow leopard, etc. are some of the animals seen in the mountain forest of the Himalayas. These animals are found in the mountain forest of the Himalayas. Asiatic lion are found in the rocky region of Gir in Gujarat. Gir is a national park, and Asiatic lion are found in the rocky region of this park. It is in Gujarat. Tiger live in the Sundarbans in West Bengal. Tigers live in the Sundarban in West Bengal. Here the map is given of India Wildlife Reserve, and different symbols are used for National Park, Bird Sanctuary and Tiger Project. Here you can see the Gir, the Tiger Project. It is in Gujarat. Then the Kanha National Park, you can see here, it is in Madhya Pradesh. Then Bandhavgarh, it is in Madhya Pradesh. Then Kaziranga National Park is in Assam. Then Keoladeo Ghana, the Bird Sanctuary, is in Rajasthan. Then the Corbett, the Tiger Project, is in Uttarakhand. The Corbett National Park is in Uttarakhand. Then here is Sundarban, it is in West Bengal. Then here is Periyar, it is in Tiruvananthapuram. Then Banarghatta, it is in Bangalore. So these are some of the famous important India Wildlife Reserve. Conservation of forest and wildlife. India is blessed with rich wealth of forest and wildlife. India has a rich variety of wildlife, but deforestation and illegal poaching of animals is destroying the forest and wildlife wealth of India. This has resulted in endangering the life of many animals and plants, soil erosion, floods, landslide. But due to the mass destruction of forest, many wildlife has become extinct. Our government has set up many national parks and sanctuaries to protect wildlife. As this has resulted in destroying of forest and wildlife wealth of India, has resulted in endangering the life of many animals and plants. The life of plant and animals are in danger. Erosion of soil, flood and landslide. Efforts are being made to stop such malpractices and conserve the forest and wildlife of India. Our government has set up national parks and sanctuaries to protect wildlife. Save trees. The forests of India provide a source of living to the tribals and villagers who live there. To the villagers and tribals, the forest of India provide a source of living. These people fought against the destruction of forest in the Himalayas through non-violent method in 1970s and 1980s. The people, the villagers, fought against the destruction of forest in the Himalayas through non-violent method in the year 1970s and 1980s. This movement was called Chipko movement. The movement was known as Chipko movement. Chipko means to embrace. Chipko means to hold. The villagers hugged the trees to save them from being cut down. Chipko is a Hindi word. It means to clasp, to hug. In March in the year 1974, a contractor went to the forest in the Chamboli district of Uttar Pradesh to cut trees. Gawa Devi, a brave village woman, came forward. She took a group of 26 women to the forest and they hugged the trees there. They said that the woodcutters would have to cut them first before cutting the trees. And the trees were saved. So here the villagers hugged the trees to save them from being cut down. And it was led by an environmentalist, Sundarlal Bahuguna. The incident showed a new way to save the trees and led the Chipko movement. Sundarlal Bahuguna and Chandi Prasad are the main leaders of the movement. Bahuguna once said that a tree is like 10 suns because it gives 10 valuable things: oxygen, water, energy, food, clothes, medicine, timber, fodder, flowers and shade. The movement later spread to Himachal Pradesh in the north. Then the movement later spread to Himachal Pradesh in the north, Karnataka is in the south, Rajasthan in the west and Bihar in the east. Finally, the government passed strict laws to stop the cutting down of trees. Finally, the government passed strict laws to stop the cutting down of trees, and it launched tree plantation drive. Van Mahotsav is a tree planting festival celebrated in India every year in July. In July, Van Mahotsav is celebrated. Van Mahotsav is a tree planting festival. You can see the children planting sapling on Van Mahotsav. During this festival, millions of trees are planted. It was started in 1950 to create an interest among the people to conserve forest. The Van Mahotsav was started in 1950 to create an interest among the people for forest conservation. Today, people celebrate Van Mahotsav by planting trees in school, offices, college and home. In Van Mahotsav, school children and other social organizations come forward and take active part in plant trees. Village people grow trees on wasteland that is known as social forestry. How to protect animals? Many animals and birds were killed by human beings for sports or for their skin, horn, fur or tusk. So animals and birds were killed by human beings, by the people, for sport or for their skin, horn, fur or tusk. This endangered the life of many species of animals. This leads to endanger the life of many species of animals. Thus, to protect wildlife, certain forest areas are protected. To protect wildlife, certain forest areas are protected. These are called forest reserve or wildlife sanctuary. A sanctuary is a place where animals can be protected. The animals live in their natural habitat and no one is allowed to kill or hunt them. As animals live in their natural habitat and in the sanctuary, no one is allowed to disturb or hunt them. India has more than 100 national parks and over 500 wildlife sanctuaries to protect animal wealth. India has more than 100 national parks and more than over 500 wildlife sanctuaries to protect animal wealth. The Kaziranga Sanctuary in Assam provides protection to the rhino. The Bandhavgarh in Madhya Pradesh is a tiger reserve where tigers are reserved, and the Kaziranga Sanctuary in Assam provides protection to the rhino, and it protects the Royal Bengal tiger, the national animal of India. The Bandhavgarh is a tiger reserve and it protects the Royal Bengal tiger, which is the national animal of India. The Keoladeo Gana National Park, popularly known as Bharatpur Bird Sanctuary. The Keoladeo Gana National Park, it is popularly known as Bharatpur. It is a bird sanctuary. It is in Rajasthan and is home to many different types of birds. The Bharatpur Bird Sanctuary is in Rajasthan and it is in Rajasthan and it is a home for many different types of bird. The Jim Corbett National Park is one of the most popular national park in the North India. The Jim Corbett National Park is one of the most popular national park. It is in North India. The Project Tiger has helped to save the Bengal tiger in India and increase their number. The Jim Corbett National Park is a Project Tiger, it's a tiger reserve and has helped to save the Bengal tiger in India and increase their number. Points to remember: forests are a home to a variety of useful trees and wildlife. As India has a rich variety of trees and wildlife, has a rich diversity of wildlife, and forests are a home to a variety of useful trees and wildlife. The different type of India forest include evergreen forest, deciduous forest, tidal forest, thorn forest and mountain forest. There are the 5 main types of forest: the evergreen forest, deciduous forest, tidal forest, thorn forest and mountain forest. Leopard, lions, Asiatic elephant, the Bengal tigers and Siberian crane are commonly found in India. India has more than 100 national parks and about 500 wildlife sanctuaries to protect animal wealth. Cutting trees and illegal poaching of animals is destroying the forest and wildlife wealth of India. Cutting down of trees and killing or illegal poaching or hunting of animals and disturbing or destroying the forest and wildlife wealth of India. Efforts are being made to conserve the forest and wildlife of India. So we should conserve the forest and wildlife by planting more and more trees to keep our environment safe and healthy. That's all for today. We will continue the same chapter in the next class. Read the chapter thoroughly. We will do the exercise in the next class. Till then, stay home, stay safe. Thank you. Have a nice day.